and it's actually, for no pun intended, shocking to watch.
Hey guys, welcome to another unboxing here on Nerd News Social. I'm Drew.
And I'm Megan.
And this is our first product review here on the channel.
It is our first YouTube video.
So, yeah.
Welcome to your first video.
Oh, well, welcome to yours.
Thank you.
I've been in a couple things for the channel
News.
or for Nerd News Social. So.
Yeah, I've written a few things for Nerd News Social, but this is my first time showing my face.
Yeah.
So this is exciting.
Exciting, yeah.
So Drew, what are we reviewing today?
All right, so we got ourselves a phone case, but not just any phone case.
It's called the InkCase i7, and it's by the company Oaxis. I hope I'm saying that correctly.
I believe it is.
Yeah, this company was very kind enough to send over a case for us to review. So thank you again, Oaxis, for sending this over to Nerd News Social. We really appreciate this. So we're going to talk to you guys today about this phone case. So bear with us here because it's a unboxing. So we don't even know what it looks like in person. So do you want to?
Check it out, guys. Sealed.
It's even sealed. We left the best for you guys.
So just real quick, it actually has a flap.
Ooh.
So let's check it out. So that way, you guys can see a sample before we dive into it. So as far as this case specifically, anyway, you're able to review it, because sometimes the box images, it's one thing and then the actual product is another. I think for the most part, in comparison to the front of the flap and inside, it pretty much shows exactly what you're getting. But just give me a little bit to unbox it. So Megan, why don't you talk about the product for a little bit while I get this open?
Sure, I'll take over in the driver wheel. So while Drew's opening this, we wanted to let you guys know a little bit about the product while we're getting it all set up. So again, this is the InkCase i7. So this phone case is made for iPhone. So if you're an Android user, I'm sorry, there might be a dupe out there for this. But just for now, they only make them for specific iPhone models.
So in other words, if you're an Android user, you probably don't want to watch this.
Some tea. Okay, so there's actually two models of this. So they sent over the one that is fitting for the iPhone 8, 7, and 6 Plus. It's currently retailing for $99 right now. And then the other one is for the iPhone SE 2020, which is, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the newest iPhone that came out.
As far as the SE model, and actually, you're right. It did come out after the iPhone 11. So. And
that other one comes also for the 8, the 7, the 6S, and the 6. That one currently is retailing for $79.90. Now, there are differences between these phone case models. One of them is going to be the color. So this particular one we got sent over in black, but it also comes in red. The other one that I mentioned that retails for $79.90 only comes in gray. So it's kind of a color choice and also a model choice. So if you don't have the iPhone SE 2020, then you probably aren't going to be able to get that case. For more information and for comparison models between these iPhone cases and also they compare it to the Kindle, you guys can go onto Oaxis's website to shop and also compare models.
Yeah, absolutely. And it seems I got the bulk of it pretty much open. So here's the case itself. So you can see that. Pretty good sturdy material here, right? And then, so this is obviously you're going to get this that comes with it, and then got a little box here of some goodies here. So it looks like we have, obviously the guide to kind of teach you how to use this thing. And then it has a USB charging cable, so that's convenient. And then a picking tool, which we will find out what that is used for.
And there are instructions on the inside of the phone case. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's going to have some instructions on how to install it and remove it. So while Drew's opening that up as well, Oaxis brands this particular item as the smartest case in the world, which can bring your iPhone to literal life. So we're actually fortunate enough to have one of these cases, like I said. So we're actually going to be testing it out on Drew's phone today to kind of give you guys more of a concrete sample of how it works.
and we're testing it specifically on the iPhone 6s. So behind, but
We're very
you know what? But it works. It works for this case, so we're definitely gonna hop to it. And so on the inside here, it may look like that you insert the phone like this. No, actually, well, no, can you?
Nope. Are you wrong?
I may be wrong.
Oh.
Actually, no, I am correct. You do insert it this way. Oh, I get what it does. See? So I thought I was going to fool myself and think, no, it's put the screen on top of the screen. No, you insert it just like any other case. So, you know, drum roll.
You got it?
I think so. And phone, don't shut off on me now. Actually, hold on. Give me 1 second.
It kind of reminds me of an OtterBox because an OtterBox is so notoriously hard to put on a phone. But it's for the greater good of your phone because it protects it, not like a flimsy Target $5 phone case that I had for years and years and years and years. And finally, my other iPhone cracked out on me. But, so he's currently installing it right now. How you doing?
Doing all right.
Is it a little tight?
I think it's a little tight for this, which I'm quite surprised because as far as the model itself is concerned, it's for the 7S. So, yeah, this is kind of interesting.
Interesting. She's thick.
Yeah, I guess so. Let's see. Yeah, because it said to squeeze it in on like that. So.
So this model also in particular, like I said, there are differences that you guys can kind of observe online if you guys wanted to choose and shop. So this particular InkCase model has a large 5.2 inch e-ink Carta 1.2 screen. A lot of tech stuff that I'm not familiar with, I'll be very honest with you. But basically it's a really good quality screen. They claim that it's the best in the market. So it is a larger screen for better viewing capabilities. It also makes your text appear, so if you have black text, so if you're reading, it's going to appear darker, and then a white background is going to appear whiter as well. Doing okay over there?
Oh, yeah. Oh, don't you know?
Oh, don't you know? I can't do accents, I apologize.
All right, so yeah, so it is a little bit of a tight squeeze, but we're going to manage here.
We're going to do it.
We're going to do it.
Oh,
all right,
I like that. Satisfying.
All right, so let's see. I think we got it on.
Got it on?
I believe so. So, all right, almost there.
See, this is great because you guys can truly see. This is why we didn't want to like test it out first before. I know a lot of people would want to do that, but for us personally, we'd like to show you guys like exactly how it works, like for us, just as common folk.
Yeah. Okay. So I got it on. So it's on. See. All that now is just a matter of getting the screen to get going. Oh, something's happening. Oh, there we go. We got it going here. Oops, I don't need to make an emergency call. Thank you very much. All right, so I believe it is loading at the moment. Oh, you know what? You know what this kind of reminds me of, especially the way that it transitions on the screen? It reminds me of Kindle a little bit.
A little bit.
Especially you can kind of see like the type of like imaging on it and everything.
That's why they do compare a lot, or these two models that they have to a Kindle, because it does have similar features to it. Obviously, it's a phone case that goes on your phone, as opposed to a Kindle is a separate device that I don't think you should put on your phone. Otherwise, you're gonna have a broken Kindle. So yeah, so we're just gonna go ahead and get it loaded for you guys.
Apparently, we talked about how it kind of reminds us of the Kindle. The Kindle kind of has a feature too, where it has like an anti-glare on the screen, so it helps you be able to read and comprehend what it is that you're looking at on the screen.
So yeah, like Drew said, it is a specially formulated anti-glare screen that is able to absorb the sun's rays, so that way you can read at the beach, at the lake, outside in your backyard or garden, wherever you may be. It also has an anti-scratch screen on the i7 Plus. So that might also be an advantage if you are looking for that particular kind of model, I should say, for your phone. Protection, I should say also. I can't talk today. So it's going to enhance the overall durability of your phone. It's got raised lips on it as well, which I'm noticing. It's going to protect the scratches on not only the i7 screen itself, but also on your iPhone screen. So this is a good substitute for, I think, an OtterBox, and it's like a way advanced OtterBox in my opinion. Now on the other model that they offer on their website for the SE 2020, the 8, the 7, that one I believe does have a smaller screen, but again, you might want to check the comparison model to have what best fits your needs.
Absolutely.
And it's also waterproof as well.
Ooh.
So yeah, so this particular model is waterproof. It can protect your phone from water, dust, dirt, and sand. And its drop-proof protection has patented bubble protect, which I thought was really cool. So it basically will absorb any shock impact. There's a cool video on their website as well that'll show you the differences between their shock impact versus like a regular iPhone just like dropping.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's actually, for no pun intended, shocking to watch. It's lightweight, I feel like. It feels thick, but it feels...
No, absolutely. Like as we're still waiting for this to load up a little bit. Yeah, no, honestly, like it's kind of the same way as well. I mean, give or take a little bit if you want to feel it. I mean, it adds, you get a little bit, but for the most part, it doesn't make it that much more heavier than like, bigger, bulkier cases and cases in which, add whether it's like an extra battery or,
absolutely.
Other features and such.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I feel like it's lightweight and ultra thin. And Drew, you're never gonna believe how many days battery life this thing has. Just take a random guess.
What, like 1 day?
No.
2? Longer? 5?
5 days.
5 days. Oh wow, that was just
shut nerd. Because it has a 5-day battery life. And speaking of the battery as well, so what's really cool about this is that because it displays a lot of other items that we'll talk about, it saves your actual iPhone battery. So we all know that like iPhones, as much as we love them, they do tend to drain. The older the model iPhone you have, unfortunately, the faster your battery drains.
Oh yeah.
And just by a simple, like I just literally just looked at it and it already like lit up, right? That drains your battery because that's the LED light screen like lighting up.
Absolutely.
With this InkCase, because you have a lot of your apps displayed on here, it literally, all you have to do is flip it and everything's on here. So it's gonna save your battery life, which I think is really awesome.
Cool. And then let's see here. So let's take a looky, take a gander here. You know what? I think I know what to do. Well, let's plug this in. This is the cable that it comes in. So if you guys can see it, it's a little bit of a kind of a weird plug to it, and it's going to be, so when you flip the phone over, so the phone is upside down currently, it's going to be this plug right here. So just go ahead and let's snap that in. If it wants to snap in.
Is it gonna snap? We're looking for that snap.
Looking for the snap.
Did we miss it?
Oh, did we do it? I think so.
Oh.
All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna plug it in. Jesus, let's see.
Maybe we should have unboxed
actually,
first.
well, actually, you know what? Guess what it does?
Oh, yes.
It's a magnet.
Yes. So one thing that I did forget to mention that, so the charger itself has a magnetic, so it literally, like, it's so cool. I know magnets are like kind of in right now with like magnetic lashes and stuff, so, easy. Because sometimes with chargers, when you put it in the wrong way, they can get bent. iPhone chargers are notorious also for being very fragile. This is very sturdy and it just automatically locks.
Yeah, so
and it's easy to pull off, but.
Yeah. And what's cool is that it gives you spaces so that way if you need to charge your phone, you don't have to remove the case just to charge the phone. So
yes, that's
able to plug it in there. So
and this is not a substitute for your iPhone charger. This
this is just for the case. So and what we're gonna do here is we're gonna grab a little plug brick to plug this in, so that way we can see what it looks like when it's charging. All right, guys, we are back. So just a couple of things to keep in mind as you are unboxing this, as we have discovered. First and foremost, when you open this thing, should be obvious, but doesn't necessarily state on the package, but it does say on the website that you want to give this case at least 2 hours to fully charge up before you want to start connecting it to the phone, in which it connects through via their own app. So, yeah.
So you're also going to want to download the app first. So that was another thing that we had learned whilst unboxing. So it's no fault to anybody. Obviously, we wanted to give you guys a real, authentic, actual opening.
Yeah.
Because, you know, Drew and I do like to purchase a lot of things. So as consumers, we like to know just as much as what's in the box. If copyright doesn't strike, insert that scene. But we like to know exactly what's in the box just as much as you guys do. So it was a nice experience. But yeah, please just be advised that you do need to fully charge this for 2 hours before we can start use of it, which is okay. We had a nice dinner break, so now we're back to normal. No more technical difficulties.
Absolutely. And so before we kind of get into this, just real quick with the charger. So we mentioned earlier that it is a magnetic connection for this, which you kind of have to be careful is that it's kind of loose a little bit, and like if you kind of just pull a little bit, it comes right off. And it's okay to do it right now because we have it fully charged and ready to go, which is, you know, great for right now. But before, that was kind of the thing. As the cord was kind of tugging, it easily came loose. So the magnet is not necessarily super strong, but you know, just keep that in mind. There is a good extension on the size of the cord. In fact, it's, you know, hitting kind of here, it's hitting the floor right now. So it's definitely a good size, but just keep that in mind.
I think it's an innovative kind of charger. I like magnetic chargers. I think that, like I said earlier, magnetic things are becoming kind of a trend, or they have been becoming a trend. So I think it was innovative of Oaxis to create this charger. I get the concept and the idea of it, but I wouldn't necessarily call it a strong cable. I mean, if you would agree.
No, yeah, it's I mean, not necessarily that it's not strong. It's just, you know, it's one of those things that if you're not paying attention, and part of it I wasn't, so I was just like, bloop,
it knocks easily.
Bloop. So just keep that in mind when you, when you plug it in.
So yeah, I mean, honestly, like, it's one of those things where it's like a small, like, little, like, adjustment that we can get used to. Overall, though, we are liking it so far. I think that after we got through the technical difficulty and kind of the learning curve, we're beginning to kind of enjoy it better. So now that Drew has got it, the app he's got downloaded, he's got it all charged up, so we can kind of start going through it. So yeah, and then there's also some kind of cool functions on this phone case that are obviously like very different than what like an OtterBox or other protective case offers. So they actually have a selfie assistance, as they call it, which means that you can use your back camera for the best photo quality and take a selfie that way. Another cool thing about it is it has a live information center, so you can have your calendars, task lists, and your weather app, and it is displayed to be into multiple widgets. So you can kind of customize it to whatever apps you want to see displayed on that phone case as well.
Definitely, yeah. I was kind of messing around with it a little bit too, and was able to kind of just go through. Like right now, they do give you kind of like a mini manual, you know, kind of like, you know, something like this, but they have it on the actual like phone case little app thing that's inside of it. So that's kind of convenient if you need to go and kind of see how how things work on this. So that's definitely helpful. Right now I'm kind of going through it and trying to open up and see what I can pull up here.
And while Drew's doing that, a couple of more things that I can do. So because this is a case that is best suitable and obviously designed for the iPhone, it can sync actually some of your iPhone apps. So like your calendar, like your clock, like I mentioned earlier, between having the clock displayed on the back of your phone on this case versus having to look up at your phone every time you look at the time, it shows an up-to-date, live clock, and your events pop up as your day kind of progresses. So you can have your iPhone reminder app, so it'll pop up on the back. You can also track your fitness. So it actually syncs up to the iPhone's Health app too, which I thought was actually a really unique concept as well. The last thing that I saw was that it can sync your news activities, and you can actually have it custom for your tastes and also your preferences, as far as if you like a particular news channel or if you like a particular news app to keep up with. You can display that on the back of the phone onto the OX's InkCase, and which I think is really cool. And again, their whole point is that everything is like right there.
Absolutely.
And also for a book nerd like myself, I think that this feature was the one thing that I was actually the most excited about. I do like all the other qualities about it. I kind of like the concept of what they were going for. Well, I don't like it, I love it, as Drew always says.
I know it.
I know it. No, I do. I like where they were going with it. It's kind of like a one-stop shop. But for me as a book nerd, I really, really like the fact that they have ebook settings.
Yeah.
So it's palm-sized reading that can allow you to read virtually anywhere you want to read.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you can send ebooks from your iPhone. So if you already have ebooks that are saved and downloaded, you can have it transferred to the InkCase itself so that you can just pull it up in the text. And as Drew's kind of reading it, how do you like the display of the text on the InkCase?
Well, to keep in mind when it first started, kind of how it is right now, like right from the get-go. So right now it's kind of a little bit dark. So the text isn't coming through as strong, but that's why you have the app. So I'm trying to bounce back and forth between the two just to kind of see how it both coincides with each other. But what's really cool, kind of going back to the ebooks, they kind of give you some books to start you off with. And so so right now it's doing a transfer data to the InkCase. So it seems like it's kind of a little bit of a process, trying to link the phone and the case together with the app being the middleman. So, you know, I will admit I'm not a patient person, but this device here, you're going to need a little bit of patience with, and it is something that you kind of have to get used to. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it's to each their own. So again, like I said earlier in the video, if you were interested in purchasing one of these cases, we highly recommend with any product you're interested in is to always do your research. I'm really glad that I did ours, even though the product was sent to us, thanks again to Access. You know, we still wanted to do our research just as if we were a consumer buying it. So again, back to the ebook while Drew's getting the ebooks downloaded onto the InkCase. Something that I was really excited about as well was that they have a universal language setting where they support all languages in the world.
Mm.
So you speak any other language besides English, you can have that language on there. They also have the library manager, which can manage and convert the ebook formats for use into your InkCase.
Yeah.
It also removes pesky ads for distraction-free reading, so you can literally just read. I believe that's kind of similar to like the old style of Nooks and Kindles. I don't really remember that many ads coming up.
So actually, you know, they were like ads and everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So once you connect it to the Wi-Fi, it's where it's like kind of like a downgraded like computer in that sense, because you are able to access the database of the Kindle to be able to get, you know, all the books, you know, through Amazon and such. So kind of sounds like they have their own thing in which they go about doing that. So,
well, which is awesome. Then it removes the pesky ads. Now, keep in mind though that this particular part was only offered on this particular case that they sent to us. So if I remember correctly, again, you know, please look at the website for further research. I don't believe that on the other case it offered that, but again, it's to each their own. So
absolutely.
Get the case that fits best your needs. I think that if Drew and I were to purchase this on our own, I think that we would have gotten this one, not only because it's the model that fits our iPhones the best, but I really like all of the qualities that they offer on here. And also, I know that this is kind of a, you know, weird preference, but I do like color choice. I kind of hope that they come out with more colors, though. I hope that that's something that they can offer as a variety.
Absolutely.
But personally, I would probably get mine in red. What color would you get yours in?
Why you gotta copy me?
Why you gotta copy me?
Copy.
Just, you know, just because we're dating doesn't mean you gotta copy me.
I'd probably get it. If she's gonna pick red, because I don't do that gross matching thing, I would get it blue if she were to get it in red. So.
Well, when they offer it in blue.
When they do, if they do.
But yeah, that's basically my only two qualms about this, is that I kind of wish that they offered more color choices, but maybe that's going to be like a future decision. And then also just the the actual charger cord. I kind of wish it was like just a little bit stronger and less finicky, but again, compared to everything else amazing that's going on so far, and like Drew said, the process is a little bit of time to set up, so you do definitely have to dedicate at least 2 hours.
Absolutely. I mean, I was going to say that my big thing is kind of like the learning curve, in which, you know, I like things to go boom, 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 boom. But, you know, but and that's a lot of people, you know, a lot of you viewers at home, I'm sure feel the same way. And nowadays, you know, we don't really want to like wait to learn, do the learning curve, and then pick it up. But if you get the patience to be able to work with this, I think you're gonna have a good time with it. So, you know, if you like your ebooks, if you like, you know, just checking your phone on the go, whether it's the weather, what time, your health, and all that kind of stuff, and you don't want to drain your phone's battery, this is definitely the way to do it. So maybe in the future too, they'll expand on what other widgets and whatnot that they'll put onto it. But yeah, no. But my biggest thing, like that I'm taking away from that I really like, is that it's pretty sturdy. So I have no problem with it. Only thing though to keep in mind is that for your actual phone screen, you're probably going to want to get a screen cover of some sort, because while it does have a bit of a layer, I know it's a little hard to see, it could give you somewhat of a cushion, but heaven forbid you hit the corner of like a stair or something and you don't have anything to protect the front of the screen, you're kind of SOL. But as far as like the screen of this, you know, all good, all good. And also we, for the moment, we decided to just kind of keep the little covering on it, so that kind of contributes to it. So not a ding on it. So
yeah, like Drew had said, it is a very durable case. So this is going to protect you from a lot of things that are going to go wrong. I'm a clumsy klutz of a person, ask Drew. I've gone through so many phones because I've dropped them, and I finally dedicated my time getting an OtterBox. But if I had known about this product maybe before I had broken my phone, I think I would have purchased it, because as you guys can see, and as Drew was pointing out, there is a little bit of like a lip that does cover. So again, like if it were to drop, and it does have that shock absorbency like I had mentioned earlier, so it is going to absorb the shock impact faster. But yeah, I would also, just on the safe side, still get a screen protector, because iPhone glass I find is like a little bit more fragile, I feel. Android glass is fragile too, but yeah, I find that iPhones do have a little bit of more breakability.
yeah.
But other than that, yeah, I really do dig this case, and I do really recommend it, especially if you're a big book nerd like I am, or if you really just hate like having to like check into your phone and bring that backlight up and having to go into several of your apps. Whereas with this case, it kind of puts everything in one place for you.
At least your basics anyway. So
your basics, yeah.
And so to kind of wrap it up just a little bit, I'm actually going to show you how to remove this thing, because they have a little process thing, and trust me, if you get one and he has this, read this, okay? So one of the things that it came with is this little literal pick. It is literally a guitar pick.
It's a guitar pick.
Like even down to like, it tells you how thick the pick is. It is 1.2 millimeters. So literally.
Oh,
don't know
not
about
that thick?
No, it's 1.2 millimeters. But
I don't math very much, apparently.
so let me tell you this. Make sure, yeah, any kind of cables you got, make sure you remove them. So what you want to do is over in the camera area, you kind of want to push into it a bit.
Push it.
And so actually that kind of just took the phone right out of the thing. So essentially what was supposed to happen is it's supposed to kind of just stay in there, and then you're supposed to use the pick to kind of push it the rest of the way. But you know, if you're if you're strong enough, you know, but just be careful, and do keep in mind that you don't really want to bend it. And it even says so on there. Otherwise, you are going to get little nooks of damage on here. So
I know you're wearing a flat shirt right now, but take it down a notch, Superman. Not everyone is a superhero strength like you have.
I didn't do it on purpose.
Oh, well, I'm just kidding around. But yeah, no, I like that it came with that because I'm not as strong as, you know, this handsome man right here. So I would definitely need to use this because I have enough trouble taking off my otter box off of the case. So I feel like I would have needed assistance like this. But overall, I kind of like the InkCase just a little bit more because it's a bit sleeker, thinner, and it just, overall the appearance is just very aesthetically pleasing to me. But comment down below on this video, are you like us? Do you like tech just to be like way like wham bam thinking man, easier to set up and just ready to go? Are you somebody that doesn't mind the process and like to kind of learn everything and take your time with it?
Absolutely, and if you want to see more nerd news social stuff such as reviews, convention coverage, you know, etc., you're going to want to check us out on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and please go to the main website, bookmark it if you must. You know, nerdnewssocial.com. And we just wanted to say thank you for taking the time to check out this video, and like Megan said, let us know in the comments what you think. We'd love to hear your 2 cents on this.
Make sure you guys like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. We hope to be back soon enough. And a big shout out to Eric from Nerd News Social. Thank you so much for letting us debut on this channel because it's our first YouTube video together.
Yeah.
So we're so excited. And once again, I know I kept saying it and it sounded like I was being a kiss ass, but thank you, Access, for taking the time to send us one of your products. Overall, if I were to be able to buy it on my own, I would.
Absolutely.
All right, guys, take care and stay safe, and we'll see you nerds later.